This conference will now be recorded.
Let's start today's session. So in the last session of Django, we were discuss about how to get the data from view and how to render that data into template by using DTL syntax, Django template language. And also once the data is delivered to HTML template through context, okay, in HTML template we just display the details in table format, and also we use DTL what actually filtration filter purpose we use pipe symbol. Okay, this we were discussed in the last session. Next in today's session, I'm going to show you DTL logical expressions, means conditional statements, iterative statements with DTL. How to work with that we'll discuss. So for this purpose, I'm creating one simple view. Again, df v1 is my view name request. So through this v1, I'm going to send the context. Okay, for example, you can see written and the current request, and just page name I'm taking index.html, and what context I'm sending means name colon on. This is the value I'm sending to the user. If you want to use context necessary to import context library, no, not required. So context is there here. Is there any library is there on top? No,
But I
not
get
required.
errors, sir. Yesterday I used the context. When I use that context word, I get errors, sir. So that's why I'm asking you.
Yeah. See, context equal to details is optional. Even if you don't use context also, it's okay. Optional attribute that is. Okay.
Okay.
Here details is a dictionary.
Why should I get
Dictionary.
that error, sir? I can't understand that. So,
I have to check. You just send the screenshot to our mail. So we'll see. So here you can see context. It
okay,
should
sir.
come in intelligence. Look at this, intelligence is coming. Context equal to details. But mainly you can check this details is dictionary format or not. This should be dictionary format. So here in the detail template, in the template emp.html template, we are using this keys only, not values. Okay, this keys you have to use it. Fine. So this I am going to focus on today now. V1 view. V1 is the function based view. It return render request index.html name Mohan. Okay. So this is the case. This value I want to send. Okay. This value I want to send it where into template. Okay. Yes. Index.html name colon Mohan. So to execute this v1 view, first let me show the index.html page is there or not. It's not there. We have to prepare in the templates. So index.html. In index.html, look at this here. Name key is there. Context. Value is what? Mohan. This key should be accessed in this index.html. No? So that's what I'm using in the h1 section. Name is, this is what? Name. This is DTL syntax, output value here. For output purpose, we use this DTL syntax, the Django template language. So to execute this v1 view, we have to set the URL. How to set the URL means, let's go to the application level URLs. My app to urls.py. So here you can see emp details, multiple urls are there. That's what I'm giving names. Next view I'm taking path. There is no view name. Views.v1. So this v1 will execute now. Okay, this v1 will execute now. So once we execute this v1 view, it will give you the result index.html page name Mohan. Immediately index.html page in DTL format, we are accessing that name key. Let's start the server, but before start the server, activate virtual environment /myenv. Okay, /scripts /activate env scripts activate. Now you can see Python space manage.py run server. Now once I hit this link, now you can see the value is coming. Name is Mohan. In which page it is coming? Index.html page. Okay, fine. But look at this. My requirement is here in the view section. If name not there, okay. So even at all context is not at all there. Look at this. Context is not there. Is there any context? No context. If no context, then what will happen in this case when we refresh this? Look at this. Is there any name? No. No name is coming. So I want to say something here. Instead of name is empty, if the name is there, the name should display. If name is not there, I want to display some other name. So in that context, we use what actually? If logic, if else logic. So right now here you can see there is no context is available in this v1 section, but in index.html name I am saying here. If name is not there, then name will not display. No, that's what I'm trying to say. If condition I'm taking. So if else condition also you can take. Now if condition, how it will be means, just look at this. Django template language if condition is this one here. Percentage if condition, then compulsory we have to end if, again percentage end if I'm saying if condition end if only. Okay, yeah. If condition end if. This is the syntax, sir. This syntax is what? Just if condition and end if only. This is DTL if else condition. So we have to use in template only. Look at this percentage. If condition means what? Name. If name is there, then I can end if. If name is there, I can say h1. Okay. Name is, okay, name is like this name. If name is not there, I'll show you other ways. Okay. So else block I have to show name if name is not there. Percentage else. Then what I can say, h1 section, no name. No name like this. Look at this if else condition or not. This syntax is DTL syntax. The value which is coming from view, and based on the condition, I am going to display the result into DTL format, Django template language format. If name is there, then name is going to display. Else, if not name is there, no name is there, no name is going to display. Let's see this. Previously it was look like. So here no name is there or not? Yes. Why? Because in the view section there is no name is coming. So there is no context. Let me use context once. Name colon Mohan. A simple name. Right now name is there, so the value will come to here. Look at this, name is Mohan. So based on condition, I'm going to access the result value from the view only into template. If the name is there, name is going to come. If name is not there, name is not going to be there. If else condition. Norma by. So look at this here. I'm checking one more condition. Let's see this. Here, one more condition also I'm taking. If age is, for example, 39, I'm giving. Two context values I'm sending. Yes, we can send multiple context values. Context means always dictionary. We can send multiple context values. Name, Mohan, age, 39, for example. And my requirement is in the template language what I'm taking. If name, okay, and age, both required are. If name and age. So now I can say here, what is my syntax is like this. Okay, if name and age both are there, age is like this, age only. That means name will come directly here. Mohan age is something value here. If name and age both are there, this will execute. Not there, it will go to here only. No details like this. No details. This is simple if else or not. Same Python if else only. How we use in Python language if condition else condition. Same thing, but only changes are what, sir? Here we are using DTL format syntaxes. Here DTL format. This is if name and age both are there. I can say that uh, name age is something age. Else no details. Right now in this context, look at this, name is there, age is there, both are there. So in this context, what will happen? Both result are coming. Mohan age is 39. First DTL syntax I have written name here, and next syntax age here. So values will come over there. Suppose here name only there, but age is not there. Look at this. Only one context key is there, but another context key is not there. So I'm saying this AND operator here, logical AND. Logical AND means what? Both condition must be satisfied or not? Yes. Both condition name and age is there, this code should execute. Otherwise anyone is not there, then this will go to here, no details. Right now no details you will get. Look at this. Why no details? Because according to this condition the data is not matched which is coming from view. Only name is there, but and age is not there. Okay, this is and condition. And means what? Both must and should be satisfied. If I give or, look at this logical or I'm giving here. If name or age, anyone. Okay, if name or age, anyone. So look at this. Here name is there, but age is not there. But anyway, name is there, no? Yes. R means what? Any one of the condition is true, result is true. No? Yes, that's what here I'm taking what here result. Look at this. Mohan age is, that's it. Mohan is coming, but age is not coming because anyone it is there. One value is coming, one value is not coming. R means one condition is satisfied, it's okay. Condition will be true. R means and means both condition must be satisfied. Okay, this is clearly both. So let me include here in my view section, I'm including both the conditions. Age is there, name is there. Both are there. R means work like this. Mohan age is 39. Okay, R means anyone and means both. Okay, so like this. Even you can apply some different condition also, negative conditions. Like for example here, I can say this context is not there. So different condition also we can write it in the DTL format. What is that? So for example here, if not name, not operator also you can use. If not name, if name is not there, okay, name is not there, I can say this one, no name. If condition is true, this one. Else, I have to display name. Look at this, reverse direction. If not name, if suppose name is not there, I can say no name. Otherwise, if name is there, that's I want to display name. But right now you can see view section, no name is there. But look at this here, I'm taking here, no name is coming. If name is there, then the view section, look at this. I'm including control check, name is there. Name is there? Yes, name is there. Name is there, what will happen here? Else block will execute now. Mohan will come. Else block is executing now in the view section. So in the index.html. Okay. And you can also compare. So what is that? For example, here you can see if name equals to Mohan and age equals to 39, means both must be true or not. If name equal to Mohan and age equal to 39, so I can say display here H1 section. So what I'm trying to do, same. First part I'm taking name, age is age, like this I have to display. So otherwise else block I have to say what I have to say, that no details, like this. Look at this. This if condition is matching with equal to. This is completely comparison operator. If it is Mohan and age is 39, both are matching, then it is okay, sir. Now let's see this both are matching or not. So according to this view section, both are matching or not. Name equals to Mohan. Yes, perfect. Name equals to Mohan is there. Got my point? Yes. And uh, age equals to 39. But age is not there, no? Yes. That's what will happen in this case. Look at this. The moment when we hit this, no details are coming. Why no details are coming? The reason is name is there, it's okay. But according to our template condition, name equal to Mohan and age also should be 39. So here I'm giving one more key, that is age colon 39 MU. Now this time both are matching according to this detail syntax. Name is Mohan and age is 39. This if condition logic will work. If any one of the condition is not true, then else block will execute. So this is what simple template language, detailed template language. Sometimes we will not get output properly. Why? Because sir, you have to restart the server properly, sir. Okay, let's see this how we should restart the server. Okay, so lot you can see server starting purpose. Control C, clear screen. Python space manage.py run server. After run server only you can go to here and like this. Oh, no details are coming. Yes, why? Look at this. If name equal to Mohan and age equals to, this is actually not uh, condition, sir. This is value, sir. Yes, that should be in the single quote because this is the value. It is not detail variable, detail expression value. So that is my mistakes. So now this time you can see Mohan age is 39. Both should be matched. Suppose here I am going to take 40. I'm taking. The value will come from view section is what actually 39. Is this 39 is matching with 40 here? No. If any one of the condition age is not matching, it will come details, no details or not. Yes, no details. So this is if else condition in detail format. Okay. So next we can go with the loop also. Loop in the sense what sometimes we will get multiple records from the database. Okay, in that context, compulsory loop is required. Or first, let me check nested for loop. Nested if condition, I'll check first. After that, I'll go with loop. Nested if in the sense what? For example, here I'm passing the context called something like this. Okay, so here I'm taking. So one number I'm passing. This is key. Num colon num is 10 value I'm passing. This is my key num. 10 is the value. Okay, this 10 value is there or not, I have to check. This 10 value is there or not, I have to check. If 10 is matching, then I can say that is correct. Otherwise, I have to go with the next nested if condition, else if else, like that. How it is nested if, how it is, look this. I'm using percentage if num equal to 1. If 1 is matching, let me go with end first. And if I'll take end if num equals to 1, then I can say what actually in the H1 section or H2 section or new one. Okay, so I'm trying to take again percentage elif. Elif keyword, why we use, you know that in Python. Num equal to 2 in the H2 section, what actually PWO2 I'm taking. Again elif percentage elif num equal to 3. In the H2 section, what I'm taking, THREE3. My point. Num equal to 3, then H2 section, we have to use this one. Else block I'm taking here. Else block. Else, what is that? H2 section, what I'm taking? Invalid number. Invalid number like this. Invalid number. So this is the case, sir. So nested if means you know what is nested if. It is used to test multiple condition. If num equal to 1, ONU1, elif num equal to 2, TW2, elif n num equal to 3, if not number is matching with 1, 2, 3 and it's go to else block invalid number. But look at this in the view section, value is coming from here view, num is what 10. So obviously invalid number or not? Yes, it will be invalid number. If it is matching with 1, so what is this value? When you 1 will come here. If it is matching with 2, the value is coming what actually? TW2 is coming now this time. You can see TW2 is exactly what actually if else nested if condition we are using. These are all required, okay? Because in our upcoming session, whenever we are communicate with models, database onwards, multiple records will get no. So when we get multiple records database onwards, we have to loop through only. That's what it is required to use. So this is DTL syntax as if else conditions like this. So this is the DTL syntax. If num1 or ONU1, if else if num2 TW, if num3 3, else block invalid number like this. This is DTL syntax. Okay, fine. Next, what I'm trying to do. So I need to use sometimes loops also. Loops means what? For loop. For loop means sometimes we can bring the details, multiple values from view sections. In that context, we can go for what? Simple for loop. We can go for loop. Let's see this how to work with for loop here. Suppose here, imagine that in this view is going to be send the names. Look at this names equals to names. That is key names only. Key name is also names. And names always starts from it's having list of values. Like you can see list of values. So many names are there here. Okay, like this. So this names I'm going to send as a context. Names. Look at this. I'm sending this names. This name is nothing but context only. Or else you can use context equals to. This is optional, not compulsory. The names only I'm writing. This is the dictionary name. This dictionary name I am using as a context. Because dictionaries always should be in the form of context format. The dictionary context should be in the form of dictionary format or not. So look at this dictionary started with curly brackets, ended with curly brackets. Dictionary key is what? Names. So this key we have to use in the DTL template language, means in index.html. So in index.html, I'm going to use this dictionary key, and in this I'm going to loop through, sir. Here how to loop through means, look at this. So simple for loop is required. I'm taking for a loop variable name. In names is context key, and the for is compulsory. This is same Python script only, sir. It is Python looping concept and if else condition, nested if, same concept. But only additionally we are using what? DTL syntax. So DTL syntax yesterday I discussed. Okay, double flower brackets are output values. Flower bracket percentage is some expressions or any logical statements, and flower brackets with the hash symbol ended with hash symbol is const section. So for loop, name is a loop variable. You can take any name, any loop variable here. In is a keyword, and names means what? It's a dictionary key. This is context names. Okay, now here for name in names. So for name in names means one by one name I want to display. How to display one by one name in the sense, just I want to display what we can say, uh, unordered list. Li tag I'm using, li tag I have to display name only. That's it. Dual means unordered list. Li means list item. In each item I want to display into name only. What name is coming from names, one by one iteration, and it's coming clearly for loop through. So let's run this. We got all the names or not? First, let's start the server here. Yes, server is started. Let's hit this link. Look at this: Sai, Mohan, Durga, Manoj, Raj. These names are coming or not? Clear. Values are coming clear. So one by one value is coming from names and assigned to the name loop variable, and list item I'm taking name only here. This is called for loop exactly. So these are very important, sir, because whenever we are going to collect multiple records of employee from database model, I need to display one by one employee record by using this loop through only. So this is about Django for loop. Okay. Uh, what we can say, if condition, if else condition, all these things which we have used. Next, I'm going to discuss about another topic, that is static files in Django. Yes, this is also important. How to manage your static resources. I'm going to show you here, step by step process. Listen carefully, all of you. Static files in Django. Static files in Django. What are static files here? Static files means, generally, it's a very simple concept. Static files means the files are resources which are coming outside and it will support to Django project, that is called static files, we can say that. Okay. The files are any resources which are coming from outside and it will support to Django project, that is called static file. Generally, what files we can use and outside resources means images, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, these kind of files, even Bootstrap, jQuery, whatever we are using from outside, that are called static resources or not? Yes. So in web application, we need to handle and manage static resources like CSS, JavaScript, images especially. It is important to manage these resources so that whenever we manage static resources, it will not affect our application performance. Why? Because right now, look at this ones. Previously also, in the templates folder only, I included all images and template names like HTML. Even I just deleted in the last session, which we were worked with the sample.js, CSS, all CSS files, JavaScript files, everything I have included in under the templates folder on. Yes, but that's not the way to include all the files into templates folder directly. Okay, because these images are right now in templates folder only. These images we need to separately manage, and even any CSS files are there in your project, that CSS files need to be managed separately. Any JavaScript files are there in your project, that JavaScript files also should manage separately. So you have to manage separately. These are all static resources. Okay, so static resources means it's coming from outside, which is going to support to your Django project. That kind of resources separately managed. You cannot include completely all the multiple files in one folder, template folder. If you manage separately, that will be good. Okay, yes, that is the main important. So how to work with static files, we'll see now today. So in web application, we need to handle and manage static resources like CSS, JavaScript, images, etc. So it is important to manage static resources. It do not affect our application performance. Django deals with it very efficiently, provides convenient manner to use resources, and to work with the Django static resources. One module is required actually. This module only can be managed complete static resources. Django dot, look at this, Django dot contrib dot Django dot contrib dot. Okay, Django dot contrib dot static files. static files, django.contrib.static files, django.contrib.static files are here. Okay, but but if you are using PyCharm professional editor, this module no need to include. Okay, so in case if you are using Visual Studio Code or any other editor, so compulsory this django.contrib.static files we have to include under the settings.py installed apps. But look at this in our, I'm using PyCharm professional editor here. So in this settings.py, look at this already under the installed apps. So django.contrib.static files is there or not? Yes, it's built in available, sir. So those who are using this, what those who are using PyCharm professional editor, so they need not to worry about this Django static file management, because django.contrib.static files is already included under installed apps only. django.contrib.static files already included under installed apps. Okay, fine. So in case if you are using other than PyCharm professional editor, you must and should use other resources, like we have to include manually django.contrib.static files clearly. Okay, yes, let's close this. So django.contrib.static files only, it will be manage your static resources. This module help us to manage the static resources. Okay, yes. And what are the important steps are there here? There are few steps are there to work with static resources. I'm going to show you step by step. Step 1, okay, create a new folder. Create a new folder or directory. Directory also we can call it as. Create a new folder or directory with the name, with the name static, with the name static under project folder. Under project folder, sir. Create a new folder or directory with the name static under project folder. Next, step 2. Step 2. What step 2 is required? Create 3 more folders. Just I am asking. I want to manage 3 files. Create 3 more folders with the name, with the name. Okay, images, images, CSS, CSS, JS. JS means JavaScript. With this name, 3 folders you can create. Where we have to create these 3 folders under a static folder, under the static folder. Okay, create 3 more folders with the name images, CSS, JavaScript under the static folder. Next, step 3. Step 3. What is step 3 means? You just go to settings.py and include your static directory. Create a static directory. Okay, go to settings.py file and create a static directory. Create a static directory. Yes. 4. Configure. Configure the static directory. Configure the static directory in settings.py. Again, configure the static directory in settings.py. Yeah, these 4 steps need to be followed, sir, in case if you want to work with what? Static files in Django. So in Django, static files can be managed with the help of this module, django.contrib.static files module. But already this django.contrib.static files modules is available in the settings.py file. So next, what step 1 I'm following, create a new folder or directory with the name static under project folder. Let me create a new folder. Let's, now you can see this is your project folder, sir. Okay, not this one, this one. Right click on it, simply right click on it, go to new. So here you can see folder I'm creating, that is directory. What is the name of the directory means static we have to use. ATACT static. This is static folder here. Create a new folder or directory with the name static under project folder. Next, create 3 more folders with the name images, CSS, JS under static folder only. Okay, yes. Right click on this folder, static folder again, because I'm asking creating three more folders here because you are managing three different static resources. So right click on it, go to new again, directory, then I'm creating images. Next again static, right click on it, go to new, directory, I'm creating CSS folder name. Again right click on static directory and create one more directory, JS. JS means JavaScript. So now observe carefully. This is proper hierarchy, sir. Anytime if you are doing any Django project, so your additional resources like images, CSS, JavaScript, even Bootstrap also, any files, you can separately maintain them from now onwards. Look at this here, CSS folder contain completely from now onwards CSS files only. JavaScript folder contain completely JavaScript files only. Images folder contain completely images only. Okay, now this is the case. Next, how to work with static resources, we'll see. Second step is that. Second step is also completed. We created three folders with the name images, JS and CSS under static folder. Okay. Next, step 3. Go to settings.py and create static directory. So settings.py I'm moving. Now you can see settings.py means under project folder settings.py I'm just moving. So I need to create a static directory, sir. How to create static directory means simple, sir. Look at this. First I'm trying to import OS. Look at this. Import OS operating system module here in the settings.py on the top of the page. Import OS. Here I'm creating static directory. Static. It should be capital letter. dir equals to okay os dot path dot okay join method where it should be join means base directory. What is your template folder name? Static folder. This is what creating static directory. Your static directory name is what? Static underscore dir equals to OS module I have included. Path is a submodule. Join is the method. What you are joining? Static folder name I am joining. Look at this static folder name. This name, whatever you provided, it should be matched with the folder name what you created. And this folder name I am joining with base directory. Base directory means computer directory. Computer directory means your project directory only. In your project directory only static folder is there. That's what this link will how it can be find out. Computer directory means OS module is there. Creating static directory equals to os dot path dot join base dir comma static. So this is exactly. So third step is over. Go to settings.py and create static directory. Fourth step is there. You can configure this static directory again in settings.py. How to configure this static directory means let's copy this static directory name. This name I am copying and slowly come down in the settings.py. So there somewhere you are going to look this static URL below. You have to write. So look at this static. Be careful. Static underscore static dir underscore files static files underscore dirs sorry static files underscore dirs it will come in intelligence equals to we have to include that name only here. What name? Static dir name. Look at this. Static files underscore dirs equals to in the square bracket whatever the name of the static directory I have mentioned in the above section, that name you have to include. So this is what step? Fourth step. This is what step? Third step. Now you can see third step. This is second step is what actually creating three folders here. First step, create a static folder. Okay, these are the settings are required, sir, to work with static resources. And make sure that so I'm going to use now static resources here. So how to use images from static resources into your HTML page. Images I want to use. Okay, yes. Look at this. Right now images folder don't have any images. Previously I just manage all images into templates folder only. So let's copy these images. I'm going to cut this. iflag.jpg. These are all images. I'm going to collect it and simply I'm going to cut this images from template folder, paste that into images folder now. So it's pasting completely, sir. Look at this. Now template folder is having only HTML templates, no other resources. That's good. Now in this static resources, what is there? Images are there. In the images folder, images are there. So how to access this static resource images into our HTML page? That is the importance. Okay. Let's go to my app 2. Okay. My app 2. I'm going to write one view section here. I want to send a view. So here I'm taking df v1 v2 is the name of the view. You can take any name. It's not a matter. Request object. And I'm going to return render separate page. I'm going to render for this request like index1.html. Index1.html. Okay, yes. So the moment when we execute v2 section, what page we will get? Index1.html will get. We have to include this URL or not? Yes. So here v1 is there previously, v1 slash. Let me include your view, current view, path. Not taking any name. Just go to views and v2 here. So URLs also I have set v2 execution purpose. When we execute v2 now, index1.html is there, template is there, but we don't have index1.html template. Let's create index1.html template in template folder. Index1.html. In index1.html template, so just I'm showing for the first time whether it is page is index or not. Index1 page like this. Okay. Let's start the server. I'm not at all using any static resources now, but I'll use it later. Just a moment. Now hit this link. Now you can see we got index 1 page or not. Yes, index 1 page we are getting just. But my requirement is, look at this here. I want to use static resources. First of all, images I want to use. Okay, images. And one more important thing is there, to use static resources into HTML page, and we need to include, okay, this one, percentage load static we have to include, load static compulsory have to include on the top of the HTML page, on the top of the HTML page, sir. Got my point? On the top of the HTML page you must and should include what, sir? Load static. Use static resources into HTML page, then we need to include load static on the top of the HTML page. Then only static resources will be load into your HTML page, otherwise not. That's what I'm using here. I'm trying to use load static HTML page here. How to use? Look at this. So right now I'm going to use look at this, images from static resource. So how to use images from static resource? Normally image display purpose we use what tag? Anchor tag. In HTML already we discussed, no? If you want to display any images, we use what tag? Anchor tag. Inside the anchor tag image, working with image purpose, what is required? Just src is required. Src equals to image name, like rc.jpg like this. But this image is not directly coming from template folder. This image is coming from now where? Images folder. Images folder is coming from where? Static folder. These are all static resources. That's what in the src what we have to use. Double flower bracket, percentage, okay, flower bracket, percentage. So what we need to do, use here in this case, if you want to go for static resources, compulsory we have to say static space in single quote images slash what images you want you can display. This is static resource. Now look at this how it is. So same how we use Anchor tag in HTML page, same like this. Anchor tag is there, anchor tag close is there, but only in the middle src attribute inside what is there directly without passing any images. But this image rc.jpg is coming from where? Images folder. Look at this images folder. This images folder is coming from where? Static resource. That's what we have to use static keyword. So here src equals to flower brackets percentage static name images slash rc.jpg. But this image will work, sir? Not work, sir. Look at this. Even if I'm trying to executing this view section, what view section right now? V2 only, because in the right now I'm executing V2 only, but still image is not coming. Look at this. Is there any images coming? When we click on this server, no images coming. Look at this template syntax error. Look at this, all of you. Invalid block tag on line number 9 static. Did you forget to register load static? Yes. Load this tag? Yes. I forgot to load this tag static. As I said that, look at this. To work, to use static resources, compulsory, we need to load this one or not on the top of HTML page. To use static resources into HTML page, then we need to include what? Load static. But I forgot to load the static here, so that's what result is not coming. In index1.html on the top of the HTML, we have to use, look at this percentage load static. This is mandatory because this index1.html page should know the static resources are using now. Okay, so once we use load static, now after that, look at this here. I have included static resources. Images are coming from this images folder, static folder. Control C, run server. Now this time it's working or not. Look at this. So here image is not there. Yes, it will come image now. So sorry, this is not. Why it is not coming? Just a moment. Control C, start server. So image is not coming right now. Why it is not coming? Let's see this first. Okay, let me check the any mistakes are done. So here you can see images is correct name slash the image name is correct or not. Let me check. So this image name also correct, but load static is okay. Yes. Let me check some alternate attribute, because if any image is not there, then alternate attribute I have to display here. ALT equals to no image like this. Restart the server. This link, but even we don't get any no image also, but there is a mistake, I think so, in the load static option. Okay, load static is perfect. There is no possibility here, but we have to check the settings.pysr whether we did correct or not. Let's check this once. Import OS is okay. Static dir equals to os.path. This also important, sir. We have to check once. If not, it will not work. os.path.jan base dir static. Yes, correct only. That is. No, let me check this one. This is important.
I think there is on Anchor. There is a RC. What is that one? Image.rc.
The image name, that is. Look at this.
Okay.
The image is okay. Static files underscore dirs equals to static dir. Yeah, I have included. Let's check this one. Everything is fine. Why it is not coming? Let's see this. Is this correctly rendering or not? Let's go to view to section. V2 I'm executing. Index1.html. V2 I have included. Index.html page is there. What's going here? Yeah, just a moment. Everything is fine, but anchor tag something might be looking wrong. src equals to here I'm opening flower brackets percentage. After that we have to use static name space in single quotes images slash rc.jpg, the image name. Then after this colon, if image is not there, then alternate attribute I'm using alt equals to no image. It's good. Why it's not loading? What's the problem here? Hmm, Give me 1 second. Static is okay. Images okay. rc.jpg okay. Directories are okay. I think okay, load static also okay.
Maybe your image is not there then. Maybe the
Image is there. We can see this in the static
no in the
images.
folder in
All images are there. But the first time I'm facing this issue because after 2 days only I just cover this. Okay, no problem. I'll small mistake will do, but no image. Static files underscore dirs equals to static underscore dir. This name should be same or not. Let me check here. Static underscore dir equals to os dot path dot join base directory comma static. Perfect. Import os. Settings very clear. HTML also is very clear. URLs are clear. V2 executing now. V2 through index1.html I'm moving. Templates index1.html is there. Okay, let's restart the server. Let's clear the screen. I'm going to use port number, different port number now. Let me check with other port number. If not, you have to think about this. Okay, no, image is not coming. Okay, we'll check in what mistake I did. Okay, because it's not a big deal. Even in the last session, offline session only, I discussed this concept. It worked well. It's not a big deal. But somewhere I am doing mistake. But where I am doing small mistake, I'm not able to recognize at this moment. Let me find out the solution. Session will see this one. Sometimes simple issues will make big trouble. It's common. Even one letter spelling mistake also it will not work. If error is there, clearly I can able to solve this issue. If this error is not at all there here, what error is also it's not available here for me. Settings.
But why it says not found favicon.ico?
See, that's what even image is coming, but it's not going to be rendered properly. Image is
Oh,
there.
okay.
If image name is wrong, then it will go to no image like this.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I'll check it once. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's a simple mistake. Where I did, I'll let you know in tomorrow session. I'll continue with this. Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Morgan.